McGraw's current single, Top of the World, already hit the top 10 on the radio charts. Tim McGraw joins us at the table. We have to start talking about the title, Tim.
Sure.
Because it's called Damn Country Music. When I first heard it, I was clutching my pearls, because did you mean damn country music? Did you mean damn country music, or did you mean damn country music?
Well, it was sort of was on purpose, you know. We didn't want to.
It was on purpose.
Yeah.
Those are your three choices.
Well, there's
Mr.
other
McGraw.
choices as well. I mean, it depends on what you feel like the day you wake up, where the punctuation goes, you know, right? Sometimes it's a different adjective in front of it than damn.
Did you want people to talk about the title?
Yeah, I mean, you always try to come up with a title that makes people think, and makes people talk, makes people wonder. I think that's what it does. But you know, when I was recording the album or finding songs to record for the album, this was one of the first songs that I found. And it sort of explained the album in a lot of ways, because this song's out of context. You can think all those things, but in context, when you hear the song, it's about passion, right? It's about having passion for something,
it's about love.
And sort of hanging it all out there and going for something and leaving home. And this is about country music for sure, but it's also in a broader sense about life in general. Anybody that's passionate about something and what it costs you to go after something that you're really passionate about, but what you get in return. Because to me, country music has given me everything good in my life. I mean, everything good that's come my way has come from country music. I mean, I wouldn't have met my wife had it not been for country music.
The first thing Charlie said when he saw you, "Is your wife here?"
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
Good to see you, Tim, but is your wife here?
He didn't care about me. He got to talk to Faith over dinner one night, so they have a bond now.
Yes. There's this one review of your new album said this: there's a lot of debate in country music about authenticity and believability, but McGraw doesn't need to be part of that. There's never a question that he walks the talk.
Wow,
Nope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think for me, any music that moves you is when you can believe somebody and there's an honesty to it. And that's what I've always tried to do musically is be honest. You know, I'm never going to be accused of over-singing. You know, that's not even part of my repertoire. Yeah. But, you know, you have to let the song speak and you have to let the song tell the story, and you're sort of just a conduit for that.
There's one song called Humble and Kind. It's my favorite because you said, no, the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love, I love you is not just a pickup line, although that can be a very effective pickup line. So I've been told, Tim McGraw. But what is that meaning for you about that song? Always be humble and kind. I love the phrase of that.
You know, I think the song is one of my favorite songs I've ever recorded, one of my favorite records I've ever made. I just think it's a special song. And I certainly think in this day and age when people can be so mean to each other, that it's a message that needs to be out there and people need to hear. I was talking with a friend of mine, we were talking about humility and kindness and what's the difference and how do you explain that? And I think kindness is something that probably we're all innately born with. You know, everybody has kindness built into them, I think. Even people who aren't so kind probably think they're kind, you know, and most people are. Humility is something that's a little different, though. You know, humility is something you have to remind yourself to be. And you have to look in the mirror and you have to have some stewardship over it, right?
Yes.
Look, I know almost all of your songs by heart, but what I didn't know about you was that you had 3 daughters.
Yeah.
And I met one of your daughters who's gorgeous, and your oldest daughter, Gracie, you actually sang with her.
Yeah, she's on the album. She's the first song on the album I sang with on Here Tonight. She's fantastic.
But you were a little nervous about that because sometimes they don't think you're so cool,
Well,
right?
she doesn't think I'm cool at all. I like to think that you know, when I'm not around, she thinks I'm cooler than I actually think she does. But
she thinks you're cool. In fact, you said when you asked Faith said, it's your funeral. Go ahead and ask.
Go ahead and ask.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. She's a great singer. She's a great artist. You know, she has a band called Tingo, and they're all girl band. They write all their songs. I mean, it's decidedly different music than mine.
Yeah.
But she's fantastic. I'm a big fan of hers.
Man, tell me this: when you're asked to pitch, first pitch at the World Series, did you immediately say, man, I got to go practice this. I do not want to screw this up.
Well, yeah, because, you know, there's a little bit of legacy with me in throwing a baseball, so I couldn't just walk out there.
You mean your father?
Yeah, with my father, and the Mets. You know, he's a member of the Mets Hall of Fame, so I couldn't walk out there and you know, make a bad throw and get away with it by somebody saying, yeah, he's just a country singer. You can't expect much, you know. But so I worked on a little bit. I actually threw with Faith in the backyard the day before.
She was catching?
Yeah,
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
That's great. We can't let you go without talking about Veterans Day because this is Veterans Day, and I know you do so much to support our veterans. Your thoughts on this day about their service and sacrifice?
Well, you know, those guys and gals, they're sitting on the fence, right, and they're protecting us, and they have a service heart, and they put everything they have on the line, and their families sacrifice so much. So anything that we can do to honor them I think every day of the year, I think is a good thing. You know, my sister's a veteran, my uncle's a veteran, and there's a lot of veterans that are friends of mine that I grew up with. Just service-hearted people who do everything in the world they can for us. So I think in turn we should honor them any chance we get.
Well, I know you and Nora were both ambassadors for the Invictus Games.
Yes.
And Prince Harry was there recently to honor the veterans as well. Did you get tingly when you met Prince Harry?
Yeah, we
Many
hung out a
people
little
did.
bit. Yeah, we went out later and had dinner. You know.
We like
yeah, he was a
Harry.
really nice guy.
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, very.
I think so, too.
Very. I mean, just.
You saw that beard and you thought, I want some of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I just let mine grow out a little bit.
Tim
Damn
McGraw.
country music. I think it's your best, Tim. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
I think it's your best, Tim.
Great to
Thank
have
you.
you here.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Tim
Good being
McGraw.
here.
And
Great to see you, Tim.
You too.
And Damn Country Music is in stores now.